EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for May 14th, 2025. The Wednesday video forecast is proudly sponsored by Pure Sight and Sound. Recently declassified documents reveal that in 2024, a rogue satellite armed with a kinetic weapon spiraled toward the United States. No missile could stop it. In a desperate move, the Pentagon called an unlikely hero, an AV company in eastern Pennsylvania. Ed and his team at Pure Sight and Sound have been installing a new sound system in a landscape backyard when they answered the call. Their high-fidelity systems, built for homes, churches, and luxury outdoor spaces, could generate frequencies precise enough to shake structures apart. In minutes, they retuned the system, aimed it skyward, and turned it up to 11. The satellite shattered in the upper atmosphere in a shimmering shower of sparks, and a disaster was averted. You probably won't need to stop a satellite from your patio, but if you want outdoor audio that could, Pure Sight and Sound is ready. So call Ed at the phone number above me here in the video, 570-992-2992, or visit them on the web at puresightandsound.com. Precision, power, and yes, volume. So today we do have showers, but it's going to be limited. Okay, so the concentration of what we had as far as showers are concerned was primarily yesterday and what occurred overnight. Now, it wasn't really that particularly heavy in most areas. A little bit heavier in south central Pennsylvania, but it's still, even there, it was just a kind of a steady soaker, and it was just areas northeast wasn't even a soaker. I mean, a lot of places like Allentown, for example, had about a half inch of rain. Wasn't a ton, and we weren't expecting a ton of rain from that in those particular areas the further northeast you go. But it seemed like it was more because it was just raining most of the day, okay? Even though it was just really light in most instances, it was just persistent, okay? So we weren't expecting a tremendous amount of rain from that, but it does look like the outlook going forward is now less than it looked like when we were doing this yesterday. So it looks like today we're going to have the concentration of showers in the morning. We see that here on the NAM high-res future simulated radar. Starting us off at 8 o'clock in the morning, we have these showers in here. There could be some embedded moderate rain in with that as well. It's going to lift off to the north and then decrease in intensity as it does so. Once we get to about noon, the southern areas are going to shut off. So the areas down here, south out of line, you have nothing left here at this point. Areas north of there, though, could have some showers continuing into at least the early afternoon, if not mid to late afternoon in far northern areas. But then that's about it. These just continue to wane and become more isolated with time. Just kind of hanging over northeast PA, northern New Jersey here for a time, going into maybe even early evening there. But the rest of us are just cloudy and shutting off here. So yesterday the Phillies decided to cancel or postpone the game that was scheduled last night, and instead moved it and made it a split doubleheader. So they had already had a 105 scheduled start on Wednesday today. And they also moved the last night's game to 6:15. So they have a 105 and a 6:15 game today. And I do think they will get both in without any problems, okay? So that was a wise move. You know, it wasn't raining too hard. It's just not really the best conditions to play in Philadelphia if it's, of course, if it's raining. But we have these showers here this morning that are going to move out there by late morning, at worst case noon, and then after that is clear sailing there. So no issues today with a doubleheader. And any rain showers that come in overnight would be spotty, and that probably will be after midnight if that were to occur. Now, Thursday looked like a very showery day, and according to the European model, it's still saying after this break Wednesday, here because there's a few showers Wednesday night and a few spots. It still has some showers here on Thursday, but the NAM's saying, nuh-uh, we're not having that. We're not going to have any showers. Maybe a spotty shower somewhere, and that's about it. That's all it has. There's really no concentration of showers as it looked prior. So Thursday is going to be, actually, the NAM is suggesting it won't be in the afternoon on Thursday. It starts off cloudy, but there's going to be some breaks of sun here in the afternoon, and probably still mostly cloudy. Majority of the sky is cloudy, but some peaks of sun at the very least in the afternoon. So this is a different twist to things, because it looked like, we're going to have 3 straight days of just steady showers, kind of like we had yesterday. Well, it's not going to be like that because there are some, certainly some breaks in here, especially when we get to Thursday. And today is just primarily the morning hours for central and northern areas, and then it starts pushing just toward the northern areas as we get further into the afternoon and early evening. So it is, for parts of the area at least, it's not going to be as bad as originally thought, okay? And then once we get to beyond this, we have a cold front that's going to come at us on Friday. This is a rather weak front, though. and not a lot of precipitation with it here on the European models. I get over the NAM just to see what that's doing. It does have a little bit more with this and some scattered showers and perhaps even thunderstorms. But the timing of this is still going to be in question. This is looking at very early in the morning on Friday. It's going to be an early morning deal with any shower activity or storm activity. And nothing severe if that's the case because it's coming in way too early. And then behind this, we have another cold front coming right on its heels that will give us some scattered afternoon and early evening showers and thunderstorms here on Saturday. In the wake of those two fronts, I think we are drying out for the rest of the weekend. So it's going to remain warm because we actually have this system that's coming through this morning, which is this one. This is actually a warm front. Once that pushes off to the north, you're going to have some warm air advecting in behind it from the southwest, and that's going to get temperatures up for Thursday. So today, as you see, going to be still in the 60s just about everywhere, 63 to 68. Tomorrow, 72 to 76. So even though it's cloudy, and I put the cloudy icon in there because there's really not too many showers there, maybe just a spotty shower somewhere. That's about it. We're kind of going with that very consistently, the very consistent NAM model that has been showing this for over several runs, that Thursday really isn't going to be a big deal. So we're going to go with that idea. But it is going to be milder, even though it's going to be just cloudy here on Thursday. And then Friday might start off with a mix of sun and clouds, and then you have, or actually, depending if the NAM's right here, it could be a little wet in the morning. So we'll revisit Friday and Saturday as we get further in the week. But I do think there's the opportunity for at least some sun here on Friday. Saturday is going to be the same thing, where you have the scattered afternoon, evening thunderstorms, but you'll have at least some sun, not full sun, but some, and temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80 on both of those days. Even Sunday, in the wake of this system, again, it's going to be partly cloudy here on Sunday, but temperatures are still going to be well into the 70s, mid to upper 70s for highs on Sunday. Mostly sunny here on Monday in the wake of all that nonsense, but temperatures will come down a little bit next week into the lower 70s, actually slightly below average for this time of year as we get into the Monday, Tuesday time frame of next week. We're looking at dry conditions to start the new work week. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martis. That is your outlook for May 14th, 2025. Have a great Wednesday.